When a woman secretly loves you, one of the clearest signs you'll notice is how she finds subtle ways to be around you. It might not be obvious at first because she may not want to openly declare her feelings or risk rejection. But love has a way of drawing people closer, and when her heart is invested, her actions will naturally create opportunities to be in your orbit. She may act as if it's all coincidence, but deep down, she knows exactly why she's there. Love pushes her to seek closeness, and that closeness is how she feels more connected to you. So sometimes it looks as simple as her showing up in places you frequent, or suddenly being more available in settings where she knows you'll be. Maybe she wasn't that involved in a group activity before, but now she's present more often, and it just so happens to align with your presence. Maybe she lingers after conversations, giving herself a reason to stay just a little bit longer near you. Now, these moments may seem small, but they reveal something powerful, that she's drawn to your energy, to your presence, to the way she feels when she's near you. A woman who secretly loves you doesn't always announce it with words, she expresses it through her actions. And the action of seeking proximity is one of the strongest. Think about it. People don't go out of their way to be near someone unless that person matters to them. And her heart is involved. She feels that magnetic pull. Even if she tries to hide it, she'll find herself gravitating toward you, making choices that ensure you notice her, even if only subconsciously. It might look like her choosing the seat closest to you in a room, or casually walking by your side, even if she didn't start out near you. It might look like her offering to help with something you're working on, not because she has to, but because it gives her a reason to engage. She may pretend it's all natural, but those little coincidences are her way of making sure she doesn't miss chances to connect with you. This desire to be around you comes from the way you make her feel. Love thrives on emotional experience, and when she's near you, her emotions are heightened. She feels excited, alive, maybe even nervous. That mixture of feelings is addictive, and it draws her back again and again. Even if she's not ready to reveal what's in her heart, she can help but seek the moments where she can feel close to you. It's important to recognize the difference between polite friendliness and this subtle pursuit. Politeness is casual, effortless, and doesn't require thought. But when a woman secretly loves you, there's intention behind her presence. She might not say it, but you'll sense it. She'll lean into opportunities that put her near you. She'll time her actions to align with yours, and she'll be more engaged with you than with others. Her energy gives it away because love doesn't hide as well as people think. You may notice she doesn't always need a big excuse. Sometimes she'll just be there. She'll join the same conversations, laugh at the same jokes, or show up in moments where her presence feels reassuring. It's her way of silently saying, I want to be close to you. Even if she never admits it directly, her actions speak louder than words ever could. For many women, this behavior also comes with a sense of vulnerability. Seeking closeness is risky because it might expose her feelings. That's why she'll often play it off as casual, as if she just happened to be around. But her consistency in showing up is what reveals the truth. A single coincidence is nothing. A pattern of her always finding ways to be near you is everything. That's how you know her emotions run deeper than friendship. Another subtle sign is the way she lingers. A woman who secretly loves you won't always rush away when the interaction is over. Instead, she'll stay a few seconds longer, almost as if she's waiting for you to extend the moment. That extra time is meaningful. It's her way of soaking up your presence, because being near you makes her feel fulfilled in a way she can't quite put into words. What makes this powerful is that she's not chasing you outright. She's not declaring her feelings or demanding your attention. Instead, she's positioning herself in ways that make the connection possible while still protecting her pride. This balance of subtle pursuit and hidden vulnerability is exactly what happens when someone secretly loves but isn't ready to reveal it. She wants you to notice her without her having to spell it out. If you pay attention, you'll also see her joy when she succeeds in being near you. Her mood shifts, her energy brightens, and her body language opens up. She's happier simply because she's around you. And when a woman secretly loves you, those moments of being close to you are the highlights of her day. They reassure her feelings, they deepen her attachment, and they make her want even more of that closeness. So if you're ever unsure about whether a woman has hidden feelings for you, watch her actions. Does she go out of her way to be near you? Does she create opportunities for interaction even when she doesn't have to? Does she linger longer than necessary? These are not random behaviors. They are her heart's way of saying, I feel something for you, even if I can't tell you outright. And that's why when a woman secretly loves you, the first thing you'll notice is her presence. She will find ways to be around you, no matter how small or subtle, because love always seeks closeness. When a woman secretly loves you, one of the most revealing signs is in how much attention she pays to the little details about you. She notices things that most people would overlook, and those details become her way of staying emotionally connected to you, even when she doesn't openly express her feelings. This isn't just about her being observant, it's about her heart being invested. When love is hidden, it finds its way into action, and remembering small things about you is her way of showing that you matter more than you realize. Think about how rare it is for people to genuinely pay attention. In our fast-paced world, many interactions are surface level, with people barely remembering what you said or what matters to you. But when a woman secretly loves you, she breaks that pattern. She listens closely, not just to your words, but to the way you say them. She catches those small details about your likes, your dislikes, your habits, your stories, and even the things you don't think are important. But to her, everything about you is significant, because in her heart, you occupy a special place. It might show up in small but meaningful ways. Maybe you casually mention your favorite food once, and weeks later she remembers and brings it up. Or perhaps you shared something about your childhood, a small story you barely thought twice about, but she recalls it vividly. These moments are not random. They reveal her emotional investment. She's not just hearing you, she's absorbing you. That's what love does. It turns ordinary details into cherished treasures. You may also notice that she pays attention to changes in you that others don't even recognize. If your mood shifts slightly, she senses it. If you change something about your appearance, even something subtle, she notices and comments on it. If you're quiet one day, she asks if you're okay. Her ability to pick up on these things comes from her emotional connection to you. She's attuned to your energy because in her heart, she's always focused on you. What makes this powerful is that she's not doing it to impress you. She's not consciously keeping notes in her head. It's effortless because love sharpens attention. And when someone secretly loves you, they don't need to force themselves to remember. They remember naturally because they care deeply. This kind of care creates a bond, even if unspoken, because you can feel when someone values the small things about you. And it also reveals itself in how she tailors her behavior toward you. If she remembers that you dislike something, she avoids it when you're around. If she recalls that you have a certain interest, she finds ways to bring it up in conversation, not to fake compatibility, but to connect with what matters to you. She makes mental notes of what brings you joy, what frustrates you, what inspires you, and she uses that knowledge to create moments where you feel understood. That's one of the deepest expressions of hidden love, the desire to make you feel seen. Many men underestimate this. They think grand gestures are the only way to prove love, but the truth is, It's often in the small, consistent acts of remembrance that real affection shines through. When a woman secretly loves you, she doesn't need big moments to show it. Instead, it's in the way she recalls the coffee you prefer, the way she notices your routines, or the way she remembers a goal you once mentioned. She takes pride in holding on to these things because to her, they're not trivial, they're pieces of you. This level of attentiveness also creates emotional safety for you. Imagine what it feels like to be around someone who remembers and respects what matters to you. It makes you feel valued, appreciated, and acknowledged. That's exactly what she's doing, even without openly declaring her love. She's building a foundation where you feel understood, and that understanding is what strengthens emotional bond. Love, after all, is rooted in feeling seen and accepted. Sometimes her attention to detail may surprise you. You might even ask yourself, how did she remember that? That surprise is a reflection of how much she values what comes from you. While others forget, she stores it away because in her heart, every piece of information about you matters. She creates a mental library of your world not because she has to, but because her feelings compel her to. That's the beauty of secret love. It shows itself in ways that are quiet yet undeniable. This attentiveness can also be a way of protecting her feelings. Since she's not openly declaring her love, she pours it into action. Remembering your details allows her to stay close without crossing lines she's not ready to cross. It gives her a way to nurture her connection without exposing her vulnerability too much. But ironically, her very attention gives her away because love is difficult to hide when it turns into genuine care. And the truth is, if you pay attention, you'll feel the difference between someone being polite and someone secretly loving you. Politeness is surface level. It doesn't extend into remembering your personal details weeks or months later. But when she recalls things that matter only to you, or when she adjusts her actions based on what you've said before, that's not politeness, that's affection. It's her heart quietly showing itself through consistency. When a woman secretly loves you, she doesn't just notice the big things. She notices the little shifts, the small preferences, the fleeting words that slip out of your mouth when you're not even thinking. She turns those things into touch points of connection. She might bring up a memory you shared, ask about something you once said you wanted to do, or surprise you by knowing something you forgot you told her. It's her way of saying, you matter to me. I'm paying attention. I care. And that's what makes this sign so powerful. Because anyone can say, I love you, but it's in remembering and acting on the small details that love proves itself. That's why when a woman secretly loves you, her attentiveness becomes one of the clearest signals. Even if she hides her feelings in words, her actions are louder. Love is never truly invisible. It always leaks through in the way someone behaves. And in this case, it shows in her ability to notice, to remember, and to care about the small things that make you who you are. And when you realize how much she remembers about you, that's when you'll know her heart is already with you. Love often hides in the little gestures, the small actions that don't scream for attention, but quietly reveal how much someone cares. When a woman secretly loves you, she may not come out and confess it directly, but her actions will speak louder than any words ever could. One of the clearest ways this hidden affection shows up is through the small acts of kindness she consistently expresses toward you. These may not seem like grand declarations of love, but they are deeply meaningful because they come from the heart. They show that you are always on her mind, that she wants to be part of your life in ways that make a difference, even if it's subtle. Think about it. When someone doesn't care much, they don't go out of their way. They might talk to you, they might spend time with you when it's convenient, but they won't make the effort to do little things for you. But when a woman secretly loves you, that effort becomes second nature. She wants to contribute to your life in some way, no matter how small, because it gives her joy to see you happy, comfortable, or supported. These gestures become her way of showing love without openly declaring it. For example, she might do something as simple as bringing you coffee the way you like it without you even asking. She remembers that you prefer a certain brand or flavor, and she goes out of her way to make sure you get it. Or maybe she notices you're tired after a long day and she finds a way to lighten your load, even if it's just offering encouragement or doing something practical to make your day easier. It might look small from the outside, but it's a reflection of where her heart is focused. Another sign of this kind of hidden love is when she invests her time and energy into things that benefit you. Time is one of the most valuable things a person can give, and when a woman spends hers doing things that make your life smoother, it shows she deeply values you. It could be helping you with something you're struggling with, supporting your goals, or simply being there to listen when you need to unload your thoughts. These actions, though simple, carry a strong message. You matter enough to me that I want to give you my energy, my attention, and my effort. Small acts of kindness also reveal themselves in moments where she notices your needs before you even express them. Maybe you're cold and she instinctively offers you her jacket or adjusts a room so you're comfortable. Maybe you've had a rough day and she shows up with something she knows will lift your spirits. These gestures may seem ordinary, but in reality, they're extraordinary because they require emotional awareness and genuine care. To notice someone's needs without being told is a sign of deep connection and attentiveness, and it's one of the clearest signals of hidden love. Her kindness might also show in how she encourages you. She doesn't just stand by silently while you go through life, she actively lifts you up. She compliments your strengths, motivates you when you're down, and reminds you of your potential when you forget it yourself. A woman who secretly loves you can't help but want to see you succeed. Her heart is invested in your growth because your happiness becomes her happiness. And let's not overlook the sacrifice she makes, even small ones. She might rearrange her schedule to spend time with you, prioritize your needs over her own in subtle ways, or go out of her way to make sure you're okay. These sacrifices may not always be obvious, but they're powerful because they show that she places your well-being at the top of her list. She may not say, I'm doing this because I love you, but the fact that she does it consistently reveals where her loyalty and affection truly lie. Sometimes her small acts of kindness might feel so natural that you almost take them for granted. You might even question if they mean anything at all. But that's the beauty of love. It doesn't always arrive with fireworks and grand gestures. More often, it shows up quietly in everyday actions, in the consistency of care, in the simple way someone tries to make your world a little brighter. These things add up over time, and when you step back, you realize they paint a clear picture of where her heart truly is. What makes these gestures even more meaningful is that they're not done with the expectation of something in return. When a woman secretly loves you, she doesn't keep score. She's not kind to you because she wants you to owe her. She's kind because it gives her joy to see you happy. That selfless intention is what makes these actions stand out as genuine expressions of love. It's not about what she gains, it's about what she can give. And even though she may try to hide her deeper emotions, her small acts of kindness constantly give her away. She can't stop herself from caring, from doing, from showing up in ways that speak louder than words. In her world, these actions are safer than outright confession, but to anyone paying attention, they are just as clear. Love, after all, is not always about what is said. It's about what is consistently done. It's important to understand that these small acts are not insignificant. In fact, they are often the foundation of strong, lasting love. Grand gestures may capture attention, but it's the everyday kindness that builds loyalty, trust, and emotional intimacy. When a woman secretly loves you, her kindness becomes her language of love. It's how she communicates what she feels when she doesn't yet have the courage or the opportunity to say it outright. So pay attention to the little things. Notice how she goes out of her way, how she remembers your needs, how she does things for you without expecting recognition or reward. Those are not random actions. They are evidence of where her heart is invested. Because when a woman truly cares, she can't help but let it show in her actions. Her small acts of kindness are her way of saying, without words, I love you. And when you see it clearly, you'll realize her heart has been with you all along. Even if she never admits it openly, her emotions and body language will always betray her. A woman who secretly loves you lights up when you walk into the room. Her eyes linger on you longer than they should, and she mirrors your movements without realizing it. She might fidget nervously, touch your hair, or find excuses for small touches just to feel closer. These subtle signals speak louder than any words could because attraction and affection are impossible to hide. When you notice these signs, you'll realize her heart is already speaking for her.